Should I raise it up? It's good. It's good right there, right?
Yeah, we good. I got
Nah, you ain't in there.
I got the main scripture.
You want to scoot over? Yeah.
The law.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, so we got enough space.
Are we good?
Yeah, we good. Go ahead. Sorry.
All right, Shalom Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Yahweh.
Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to Lek Abdid, doing this work of faith and labor of God, true sincerity. The brothers out here, Message of Faith in New Jersey, /pray for a few days. You know, out here with the weekly sit down. And today's topic is, what is it?
When they should say peace and safety.
Yeah, when they shall say peace and safety. So with that, you know.
I got the scripture. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape."
Right, because, you know, within this current time frame, you know, what is everybody looking for? You know, hey, we're in the midst of whatever they call it, pandemic, epidemic, whatever demic you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? What people looking for? They looking for peace and safety, man. They thinking that America is going to get back to its good old self again. They waiting for their jobs to be restored. They waiting for whatever they lost to be replenished somehow by the society. Not knowing that it's only going to get worse. Not knowing that ultimately that the Lord Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shah have big plans for America. You know, and in your future and how you mapping it out is not going to come to be what you think it's going to be, man. This is going to be a complete totalitarian society until Yahweh Shah comes back and destroy this place, man. You know, that's what you can look forward to, guaranteed. It's more than that.
It says, "But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief."
What? Because we woke up out of the darkness, man. You hear what's going on now? Jake popping firecrackers and all that right now. Like brother was saying, ain't even July yet. You know what I'm saying? Doing all of the midst of this with the George Floyd thing, Jake's still gonna be out here celebrating 4th of July, man. Which is supposed to be America's independence. And niggas gonna be celebrating that, man. Shows you what type of mind frame that they in, man. But we woke up out of that darkness. Read that part again.
It says, "But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief."
Right, because the things that's coming, the plagues that's coming to America, they're not going to be, they're not going to overtake us because we expect them. We know the plagues going to hit America just how plagues hit old Egypt. And the rest of our people don't know. They don't know what to expect. We may not know the exact next thing that Esau's doing like that, but we know to expect what? Some bullshit from Esau, because he is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Yeah. So what else can you expect from the devil? You know what I'm saying? But worse and worse and worse and worse, man. And never to get better, man. You know?
It's like in boxing too. Like, we're gonna take that same punch, right? But when you see a punch coming, you're able to brace yourself and take it better. Now, somebody, the knockout punch that comes isn't really that punch that is the hardest punch in the world. It's the punch that you least expect taking. Yeah. So you're not bracing for it, you're not ready for it, and then when it hits you, it's lights out.
Yeah.
You know?
Don't they say it only takes 5 pounds of pressure to knock you out, but it's really like the shock of the punch or something like that?
That's it. It says, "Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as others do, but let us watch and be sober."
Exactly, and that's why we doing what we do. That's why we come out here in the highways and byways. That's why we do these weekly lessons, because we're not slumbering. We're not going to be as the rest of the people are. We're going to be of a sober mind, being what? Of a sound mind, a balanced mind, actually looking at the scope of the world, actually reading the scriptures and marrying them up with the signs of the times and things that's going on, man. That's what we doing. You know, somebody grab Luke 12 and it's around like 54 or something like that, real quick. Y'all know something about Luke 12 and like 54 about the talk about the signs and the skies and all of that. You got it?
Yeah, right here. Con. This is Luke chapter 12, verse 54. And he said also to the people, when he see a cloud rise out of the west, straightway he say, there cometh a shower, and so it is. And when he see the south wind blow, he say, there will be heat, and it cometh to pass.
Hey, so what? That's a sober mind. If you see something coming, you know it, you can anticipate it, you're sober because you're saying, I can see that this is coming, right? That's how we see this in the spirit. As far as everything that's going on, we see what's coming down the pipeline. Go ahead.
He hypocrites. He can discern the face of the sky and of the earth. But how is it that he do not discern this time?
Exactly. How can our people not tell what's going on, man? How can our people still constantly live in the same folly that they was in? Like much worse ain't happening right now. Like the talks ain't about the shit with the vaccine and different things like this. Like it ain't constant talks about World War III. Like it ain't talks about different things that's going on, man. You know, that's how you know, especially when you live amongst people, or you know what I mean, how our people usually live. All they really know is their block or their four corners or their little small world. They don't know nothing outside of, nothing else exists to them, man. All Jake know is poverty and the hardships and want to complain about this and that to the so-called white man, man. That's all our, you know? That's all we know. But what they really need to be knowing is that the path that the Most High really set us on, the greatness that we have within us and the destruction that's coming onto this place to get ourselves right, man. You know?
Yea, verse 57. Yea, and why even of yourselves judge ye not what is right?
Yeah, judge what is right, man. Judge what the so-called white man is doing. You can't judge that this whole COVID thing is fake, you know, that it's a big hoax. You can't judge that it was done by the 5G towers. And there's various videos that is thoroughly explaining all of this information. Why? Because people want to believe that mainstream media that's pushed by who, what, the elites that want you to believe in all of the bullshit. That's why you can't overcome it, man. You know? So what? The destruction is definitely going to overtake you. Why? Because you're trusting in the shadow of Egypt, as the scriptures say, man. You trust in the shadow of Egypt. All you're going to do is be nothing but blind. We give you the truth of this thing, man. Letting you know that destruction is coming, because that's what the prophets do. Somebody give me that Jeremiah 28, 8 and 9 real quick. And that's our main job, man. You know, is to come out here and prophesy to you so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Americans, and let you know what time it is, who the hell you are. Now it's time to wake up. Now it's our time to arise out of sleep, man.
This is Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. The prophet which prophesieth of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord hath truly sent him.
Exactly. So who's out there talking about peace? You ain't hearing no pastors nothing talking about peace right now. They quiet right now. Your main pastor is Joel Osteen and whoever else that's out there. Where's all they big mouth ass at now, man? You ain't hear them talk about no peace. Why? Because destruction is coming to America. Death and destruction, man. You think this COVID was some? Wait till that second wave hit, man. Yeah. Wait till that second wave hit.
Yeah, wait till they declare martial law. We just went under medical martial law. Wait till they declare martial law.
Yeah. Keep reading. There was more on that, or that was it? That was the point, right? Yeah, because what are we doing? We prophesying against this nation, you know, against all other nations that have been against us, about the pestilence, about the disease, about wars. That's what we're doing. That's what all of the great men of old times did beforehand. That's what your local pastors and preachers are supposed to be doing. Yet now I'm hearing people going, yeah, I gotta go to church Sunday morning. Wow, oh, you scared now, huh? Man. Now you scared. Now you gonna go talk to your pastor. Well, he ain't gonna do nothing to save you. You know what I mean? What the scriptures say, what Israel pastors like foxes in the desert, man. They don't know nothing, man. What are they really teaching you? They're gonna teach you another song and a dance. They're gonna get some more money about you. Oh, shit broke now. Now they was doing what? A drive-through service. You know what I mean? Drive-through, drop off your tights, man.
Yeah, it was important to have God's service in a time of quarantine, social distancing. But now that everything is back out in play, we just throw that out the window now. You know, because everything is back to some sort of normalcy of which they used to. You know?
I got a precept. This Isaiah 56 and 10. His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark. Sleeping, lying lying down, loving to slumber. All right, because you got these fake ass pastors. They're not being watchmen to the flock. Especially if you're going to an Edomite pastor, he damn sure ain't going to tell you the information. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to expose that information. And if our people, the leaders of our people, damn sure ain't doing nothing either. So that's why you need real watchmen to keep watching, all right? We're going to warn you, we're going to tell you about the times coming.
Yeah, that bark is an alarm. When you have a dog, that's a dog, you know, they say is a man's best friend, you know, and when someone is entering in that territory or dealing with that house, it'll bark, you know, for trouble. So these pastors and preachers, they can't bark. They can't sound an alarm, man. They can't warn you, all right, to get you ready for what's going to come.
Hey, the main thing is too is because all of these churches are under a 501c3 charter, which basically is a gag order. You know, you can't talk about the so-called sign of the times. You can't mix in politics. You can't mix in you know, ways of this world in the churches. You know, you can't speak upon it.
Hey, not only that, but the Israelite people, they got a gag order.
Right, exactly. You know, and then just showing you that the Spirit of the Lord is not dealing with these churches, man. You know, and anybody that's under the 501c charter, man. You know, because it's basically, you know, you can't bark, man. You can't sound the alarm on the people, man. You know, the other ones that's doing it are the men that you see out there on the highways and hedges, man, that are out there barking, man. You know, we've been doing this, on YouTube, man, since 2007, man. You know, you see?
And one more verse here. Yea, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough.
Right, and they can never have enough is because why? It's because everything is done for filthy lucre's sake, man. You know? All right, you got a lot of Israelite groups out there, man, that are making merchandise of this whole thing, man.
Hey, you got Israelite groups. You had I think it's IUIC. They got face masks.
Yeah, IUIC. You got Sakari out there. He's pushing his apparel. You know, Guerrilla Hebrew apparel, whatever it is that he has. You know, so you know they have a way to where they're benefiting off of this truth, man. You know, making money off of it, man. You know. And it really, and they put that forth before put the word out there, man. You know, here it is. He'll put he'll sell his merchandise, man, but nobody knows the name of the Lord, though. You see? Okay, and that's a very important key to being delivered, man. You know, and he's basically took that away.
Hey, even that dude Coon for $1, man, right? Crip for $1, he wanted the new jet, man. He already had a jet. And now he's talking about he want a newer jet, man. Because his is the older version.
Right.
And that's them never having enough, man. You think you'll be cool with a jet. See, but you always gonna want the new updated version, man. You know? And that's America for you, man. That's why this place is that merchant city. You know, they can never just give you a car and it be good. They come out with a new one the next year. The next year, you always gotta keep up with the Johnsons, man. Johnsons, whatever it was, bro. You know, so that's why they can never be satisfied.
This place is given to pleasures, man. You know, you hear fireworks in the background. You know, basically they opened up what do you want to say? Open up, quote unquote, open up the economy, so to speak. You know, so the parks are open. A lot of the city parks are open. You know, and you have these jakes out here, man, that think they're in a good case, man. You know. But the scriptures talk about the Lord coming as a thief in the night, man. You know, and really, when E starts to roll on these jakes, man, it's really the hand of the Lord, man. Okay, on the left-hand side, man, that's gonna come up against them, man. Right. You know, I mean, ultimately, you know, the cherry on top is ultimately the missiles, you know. But when they start to really lock this down, you know, and there's a upcoming second wave that they're talking about with this so-called pandemic, you know, the second wave coming. You know, so they're giving it to pleasures at this time, and hey, and like I said, they probably only got a few more months, man.
Yeah.
A few more months, and things are gonna go back. They did the test run.
Yep.
You know, they already see how you people are so on a low level of understanding. You know, you believe everything that the media puts forth in front of you, man. You know. You literally have people that are in their car by themselves, man, with masks and gloves on, man. You know, and any fool knows, okay. And you can go look this up on Google it. You know, Carbon dioxide, you breathe it out, man. You gotta release that, man. You know, you're basically breaking down your immune system by having your mouth and nose covered, man. You see? So you're already weakening your immune system. So then now, when they actually have the second wave, more than likely they're gonna actually turn on these 5G networks, man. They're actually gonna turn it on, man. You know, and that's where the people are going to get really sick, man. You see?
I got some. So 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again, until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out, till it consume the foundation of the earth.
You know, and that's ultimately talking about the thermonuclear missiles, man. You know, that's the ultimate cherry on top of this place, man. This place gotta go, man. You know, this place is become a rat hole, man, so to speak, man. Because right now you're gonna have a lot of these businesses that are gonna fail, man. You know, they cannot maintain the same thing as they did as what they're gonna call the so-called glory days, man. The glory days of this place is over of Americana. You know, the Americana as you know it is gone, man. Jake is still trying to chase that white picket fence, man. You know, they think that they still have you know, an end for this place, man. You know, okay? They're still trying to get these reparations, man. They're talking about reparations now, man. You know, and that's gonna be no further from the truth, man. You know.
Yeah, I got another one. It's Deuteronomy 29.
It's a little bit more on this one.
Yeah,
It says, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again.
Right, and that's really going into what the prophet Joel talked about, man. How these missiles are not gonna break their rank, man. You know, the spirit of the Lord's gonna be on. That's the Lord's indignation, man. It's these missiles, man. You know, that's ultimately what's set for this place, man. You see, but before that, we're gonna have the more uproars of the people. You know, we're gonna have this lockdown that's coming up. Okay, martial law. You see, these things are coming. These people can't see it, man. You know, they think they're in a good case right now. You see, summertime's here. You know, they're coming out of hibernation. You know, they done went and bought a shitload of fireworks. You know, and this is all over the place, man. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna say too. Everything that happened, it didn't make this place greater. It actually made this place worse. So, can you read that again, Paul?
Khan, it says, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again.
So what the Lord is doing is destroying. Okay, He's destroying. And even as the Lord set the stage and allowed these Edomites to do what they do, the Most High is making His move. It's a chess move, man. You know. Now, even if Esau want to rebuild, guess what? The Most High said He'd throw down. It's a quick precept. This is Malachi 1:1. The burden of the word of the Lord Yahweh to Israel by Malachi, I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau's Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I love Jacob. So the Lord is doing all this because He loves us. You know, this is right now, I mean, when you see it at this point, you see that this voice of black people, everybody's paying homage and sorry to black people, even though we're not black, but they still Israelites, you know? So the Lord High is setting that stage to where what? You know, that this place is on its way out and we're up next that follow. All right, but it starts with the elect, okay? These 2/3, they play a part of the movie, all right? It says, I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord, yet I love Jacob. It says, and I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. All right, it says, whereas Edom say, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. And this place desolate. All right, now, like this brother, you always, you know, get into how the middle class has been knocked out. Okay, it's either the poor or the rich. And this is, you know, for their agenda of their new world order. All right, for them to have this more power and control. It took out the middle class. But eventually Esau killed because he destroyed. So the Lord said, whereas Edom say, we are impoverished, but we will return and build thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh have indignation forever. And you know, it reminded me of the scripture where the Lord said he will get them while they're eating. Okay, because they're eating, that's their formal way of now let's build. All right, because things according to their way, their agenda. But the Lord is going to suddenly bring destruction upon them through the thermonuclear missiles, man. So yeah, peace and safety, but then what? Sudden destruction. All right.
It all leads up to the New World Order, because you know you got people out there knocking down statues. Esau knows that. What is that going to do? It's going to anger him even more, and he's going to build up. He's going to build up and try to get it the way he wants to, but the Lord is going to rain destruction upon him.
Right. Yep. That's right, man.
A couple more verses, right? 2 Corinthians 16:17 says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. And this is what's coming, man. You know? They in this little false sense of peace and safety. You see the kids is outside and shit, having fun, right? But once that sudden destruction comes, that's it, man. You know? They ain't gonna turn back, right? So it says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. We about to see that now, man. This could be this damn second wave, man. You know, this could very well be it, right? Where it's going to be the beginnings of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague.
Hey, real quick. Hey, the brother Mayim said, you know, that's how it also proves that Edris is here today. You know? So that talks about reincarnation.
He will deliver me in those days. So it's got to be talking about now.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
Oh, you got famine and plague. And I believe the guy Dabu, he was talking about how certain truckers, they don't want to go into certain spots because they feel they fearing for their lives, man.
Yep.
You know, so that's famine and plague.
That's right.
You know, all Esau got to do now, which I got this article, I'll just read a small portion. It says the Center for Disease Control and Prevention forecasts that there will likely be between 129,000 and 145,000 total reported COVID-19 deaths by July 11th. So they've been through this, man. You know what? You letting people out in the middle of the summer. You opening up beaches like South Beach, all right, over there in California, places like that. Come on, Miami and California. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think is gonna happen, man? Esau knows that people are gonna get out, congregate together, and it's gonna lead to more so-called COVID-19 victims.
Hey, the brother Yashar, northern brother in the camp, he did a lesson this week. I saw yesterday. He's not here, so I can't ask him, but he did a lesson on the topic of an article where they said the police are going to go on a strike at a certain particular day of this month, I think, and because they want to give the people their government, let them have their own government. So, it's like if removing the police, all right, from policing, some sort of safety and keeping some type of level of wickedness, taming the wickedness. If you remove that hedge, it's going to be all anarchy, man. And Jake, 2/3 of our people, these Negroes and Latinos, that's not in this truth and don't believe in the Lord, despise this truth. They don't know how to govern themselves. They're gonna take tack on one another. They're not all for each other.
We got it right here. And NYPD may go on strike July 4th to give city its independence.
Why? NYC. They may go on strike to give what? The city their independence. You think the city is ready for their independence? Hey, all where they really uprising. Because there's no organic uprising going on. It's all staged. Right. Antifa, Black Lives Matter. That's not organic. That's funded by these Edomites, George Soros, man. All right.
Yeah, that's gonna turn into the purge. Here it is. You got, like the brother was saying, how over there in New York, what they had the curfew for one day, and now they now they're allowing people to stay out and be out as late as possible. You add fireworks, alcohol, women, heat. Come on.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a disaster.
Yep.
Yeah, and Jake, what they do is Jake gonna end up. They're gonna see how they can first. All it takes is one person to lick the first shot, and then it's all anarchy, just like happened in the Purge. But they sent in the contractors, and they started the first kill, and then now Jake started the kill. Because you left Jake out there alone, they was partying.
Right.
They was dancing, club,
Yeah.
and then as soon as somebody got killed, everybody got to start killing. You know. So with Jake, when the Lord allowed us to go down, when the Lord allowed us to go down, Jake gonna be running in these corner stores. They're gonna be robbing Poppy. Then you're gonna have the sort of righteous Jake that be like, y'all shouldn't do this. This your hood, the community. But these niggas out here, these are whole new niggas, man. These some GMO niggas. This is something you ain't never seen before. Uncontrollable. The same 2/3 the Lord gonna destroy, man. They gonna make this place more of hell than what it is now. You know?
And that's the point, though. They wanna create by design a lawless society, man, so they can bring in those martial law troops, man. You know, they want all hell to break loose out here, man. You know, and when you have a lawless society, man, the only measure that's going to take place, man, is going to be a militarized enforcement, man. You know, so these police out here are basically are going to be relieved of their duties soon, man. You know, because you're going to have these armored cars, man, rolling up and down in tanks, rolling up and down these streets, man, patrolling, man. You know, but it's really setting the stage for that forced vaccination, man. You know.
It says almost done. It says, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges.
Right, because they don't have no other way to go, man. They don't have the foundation in the scriptures, man. You know, so everybody's gonna be trying to figure out their own way of getting things done, man. You know, the ways of this world, man. You know, the understanding of this world. You know, carnal thinking, man. You know, that's what they're gonna try to get them through to these situations that are going on, man. You know, and then when they're getting their ass kicked, they're not even mindful of the scourges, man. You know, they don't even know that the Lord's doing it, man. Okay, Jake don't even know why they got a foot up their ass right now, man, by the so-called white man, man. You know, it's because we sin against the Lord, man. They don't understand that.
Hey, real quick, I want to make mention of a movie, brothers to watch. It's called Judge Dredd. You know, came out in '95, and I think they made it back in 2012. You know, with an update. That's a good movie to watch where, you know, Jake was taking over. You know, basically they had their own little. And you look at that, that's exactly what they want today, man. Put you in these buildings in this certain sector. You know, so that's a good show to watch. You know.
Yeah, they talk about like the biometrics and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
And hey, man, they wasn't even during this little first pandemic, man. They act like they forgot that it was hard as hell to find Pampers, man, formula, water, you know. But even during those times, man, they were still niggas, man. You know, the brother from Las Vegas, going down World Star, seeing what niggas is doing during the pandemic. You think they was repenting? You think they was trying to get right with the Lord?
Yeah, we back up.
Yep. Good time, man. So, you know, nigga woman was still being nigga woman, you know? They wasn't mindful at all, man. So, hey, we in this little piece of safety. Once that sudden destruction come, that it's it from there, man. That's it. You know, ain't no go no more back to a piece of safety state of mind or buying brand new cars and getting the TVs in. Nah, that's gonna be it, bro. You know? And these damn bullshit protests like the brother was talking about, man. Right now, they just having fun in them protests, you know, and them uproars.
Yeah.
But soon the uproars is gonna come to where it's gonna have to be like meaningful. Like I'm really trying to survive out here. I don't got shit to lose. So if I die today, I'll die today, man. That's the spirit that's coming. But right now, it's just I'm having fun out here, man. See? But it says verse 21.
Hey,
Behold.
real quick, hey, Shalom, brothers and common boy, brother Bashar.
Oh, Khan, Shalom. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
Hey, and a lot of times right now you have what is called basically a liquidation going on in a lot of these stores, man. You know, okay, a lot of these stores got to try to give a lot of this stuff away, man. You know, they're going out of business or they're trying to pick up business.
Everything must go.
You see, and we've seen everybody running down to the store to go get a pair of sneakers, man. That's basically what we were seeing today, man. The line going out the door, man. right?
Yeah.
Okay, they're buying up this stuff, and then you're getting it on these sales and deals because why? Because they compete with each other, man. You know, but we're on the cusp of these sorrows coming, man. You know, this is just a little bit of a breathing room that they have right now, man.
Right.
You know.
Last verse it says, "For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down."
And at the same time, here it is. You got your freedom. Esau's letting you out the house. All right, but as we brought it on camp, I'll read it again. Just looked up what does it mean when the American flag is halfway down. So it says half mast and half staff refer to a flag flying below the summit of a ship mast, a pole on land, or a pole on a building. In many countries, this is seen as a symbol of respect, mourning, distress, or in some cases a salute. And the brother was talking about the financial aspect. Now you already in June, man. So that's 2 consecutive quarters, down the drain, man.
Right.
Was that considered a recession?
Yeah. There was no growth. There was no growth, man. And these businesses are going to have a hard time trying to climb themselves out of a hole, man. You're going to have a lot of these businesses that are going to basically file for bankruptcy, man. And a lot of these mom and pop shops, man, a lot of them, they're not going to be able to survive, man. They're banking on getting some of that stimulus money, man. That's what they're banking on, man. They're banking on getting some of that stimulus money, man, to revitalize their business, man. But it's not going to be the case, man.
Hey, it's crazy, man, because the other day I went to like deli spot to get a hero or whatever, and there was a elderly northern lady, man, and when she found out her price, she said, "What?" She was like, "Hell no, like, that's price gouging. You'll never see me here again." And he was like, it's like, "I'm sorry about that, ma'am. This is the price, and this is how it's always been." She said, "No, that's a lie, because I've been coming in for years." She said, "See, so niggas is out here really price gouging, man. And that's like an Edomite spot, man. Esau's greedy as fuck, man. But they're price gouging because if they don't do that, their place is done, man. Brother be mentioning it. They can't even continue to flow with half capacity, man. With nobody inside of there, with just living off it to go. Nobody really want no damn heroes to go, man. See, so and the richer is just getting richer, and the poor is just getting poor. Like Bill, Jeff Bezos, man, he made billions during this pandemic off of Amazon, man. Meanwhile, you got these other mom and pop shops going out of business, man. Done through. Esau losing his businesses, getting mad as hell, man. See, so the rich is only getting richer.
Hey, real quick, Donald Trump, he also talked about on giving vacation money, money that they want to give out,
Right.
So that you can go on vacation with it, because these certain places need that type of tourism and vacation money to circulate that bread.
Right.
That helps the economy.
And one argument was, when I was watching one guy who would do his updates on the stimulus package, he was saying that why don't you just give the people the money and let them do what they do with it? But there is talks about giving people money to just go on vacation pay. I forgot the static numbers and stuff, but just look it up.
Yeah, and that's just trying to be able to just keep this place afloat, man, until they really want to do what they're trying to do, man.
Yeah.
That's all it's doing, because now you have a lot of these resorts and casinos, man, that still, these places are hurting, man. The hotel business is hurting.
Yeah.
Las Vegas is completely shut down. Atlantic City is into a little shell. Yeah.
Las Vegas not completely, because I know a couple that just went there.
They went there, right?
Having the best.
Hey,
best life.
Open.
But this is going to give the opportunity of people to be to spend the money in those type of sectors, man. So the airlines would try to revitalize the airlines, revitalize these hotels and these tourist attractions and restaurants. But ultimately these restaurants are finished, man, because now you get this so-called social distancing thing that's going on in there. Right. So now if you have a restaurant, man, that has maybe about 20 to 30 tables, now you're diminished now to spread them apart, man. You can't occupy a full service restaurant, man, with those with the social distancing thing going on, man. Because you're not gonna have as many customers and turning those tables over. The big thing about these businesses that make money is them turning tables over, man. They're not gonna be able to do that. You see? So now you would have a spot that has 20 tables. Now you diminish down to less than maybe 10.
Right. Yeah, brother.
This Amos chapter 15, starting at verse 16. Therefore, the Lord Yahweh Yahawashi, the power of hosts, or the God of hosts, the Lord saith thus: wailing shall be in all streets, and they shall say in all the highways, Alas, alas, and they shall call the husbandmen to mourning, and such as are skillful of lamentation to wailing. Right? And when you look up that word husbandman, it's Ikar. I believe that's the Hebrew word. I don't know how to pronounce it. Probably not the way to say H406. It means working the land or a plowman, yet not owning any of it. All right. So we don't own none. It doesn't matter what you try to get your business up. We don't own none of it.
Word.
You know, and it says here, and in all vineyards shall be wailing, for I will pass through thee, saith the Lord Yahweh Yahawashi. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
Hey, yeah, if I could add, you said in all vineyards. Now, remember a little bit, maybe about a month or so back, Esau's making a lot of these farmers kill off all their livestock.
Oh yeah.
You know, maybe he's making them kill off all their livestock and buy from overseas.
That's one of the definitions for husbandman, farmer.
Farmer, yeah.
Yeah, cause he said he had overly supply, man, because workers was getting laid off and shit. So you know, it was too much animals there, all right, for these butchers and these different restaurants to even be handling, man. You know, especially these manufacturing spots, you know, so to speak. I remember they were shutting down a lot of meat plants, you know, and the animals, it was too much for them to handle, so they had to kill all of them off, man. But that's just gonna bring in the famine, man.
Hey, I got a quick precept.
Oh, real quick, when it says them that are and they shall call the husbandman to mourning, and such as are skillful of lamentation to wailing. Those who are skillful in lamentations to wailing, it's talking about women, man. You know, every time something pops off, you always got some lady around it, some woman screaming in the background. Ah! You know?
Yeah, I got some quick. 2nd Esdras chapter 16 and 40. It says, O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thou battle, and in those evils be as pilgrims upon the earth. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise as he that have no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein.
And so nothing's going to be profitable at that time, man. Because if you have something, man, it's going to be a large, a big chance still that somebody's going to be taking it from you, man. You know? So somebody that has is going to be as you have not, you know?
And a lot of times, even when you watch that movie The Purge, when you had the Jake, he put his life on the line just to save his store.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a lot of times you put your life on the line just to save that.
And the Lord, that's why these scriptures is very important. The scriptures, you know, precept says the knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. Because the Lord clearly tells us what mindset to be in. This is the mindset in these times. I'm going to read it again. He that selleth, let him be. Let's read from 40. O my people, hear my word, make you ready for our battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. It says,
If I can add to you up on that scripture, because why is that, man? Because we ain't taking no RFID chip, man. You know, no damn vaccines where someone's gonna even have the chip within it. So therefore, we ain't gonna be able to be a part of society, man. All right. And then you're gonna have your little snitches out here, whatever. All right, saying that he ain't get his shot or he don't got the chip, and he gonna be trying to set you up, man. So that's the only choice we're gonna have. It's about to get real. I remember Apostle Tar made that lesson a few weeks back. You know, prepare to be even homeless, man. You know, because if you don't comply with Esau the so-called white man in his system, then that's what you gotta be ready for, man.
Yep. Just finish it up real quick. It's like shit about to die. It says, verse 41. He that selleth, let him be as that fleeth away. Meaning, if you a person of business Your mindset should be, all right, fuck this business, man. You know? It says, he that buyeth as one that will lose. So if you want to do got money to buy, be as though you had a mindset of like, look, man, if I can't get it, all right, fuck it, man.
This shit already gone already. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yep. He that occupieth merchandise as he that hath no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. They that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers. And therefore they that labor in vain. That's the point.
This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. All right. That just goes to tell you that that's the Lord making mockery of this place, man. There's nothing. The only thing that's really keeping this place afloat as it is right now is the Israelites, man. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They talk about anarchy if the NYPD goes on a strike. What happens if what happens if Issachar by himself, man, goes on strike, man? America's going to be done overnight on that one tribe alone, man. So really, like that's the only thing that's really keeping this place up, man, and stimulus checks and things like that, and really the faith, all right, in the American dollar, man, in this society, man. But once all that's done away with, man, it's going down, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. You know, and there's an example of that as well. Sodom and Gomorrah and the other three cities. I forget them off the top of my head, man.
Boom and so on.
There you go. You see, America is following in that same suit. You know, and just as those cities were destroyed, Babylon the Great's going to be destroyed, man, because what, their sins reacheth up to the heavens, man, to the skies. You know?
Since the brother mentioned that, the brothers ain't got a precept.
We get that. This is Isaiah 19 and 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. So soon enough, man, the ones that's holding up this place, like the brother was talking about Israel, they're gonna get pissed off at Esau, because what's not talking about is you so-called Latinos being shot down too. You know, so that's going to become a big pandemic. You know, and hey, you're gonna get tired of this. You're not gonna have that so happy-go-lucky spirit. It says, "And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts." You know, and you got this devil Donald Trump. You know, he can't wait to the hour of martial law, man. You know, he tell you like it is, man.
Grab second Ezra 6 and 6 real quick. You know, because we looking forward to, you know, how everybody else is, you know what I mean, just carrying on, you know, with society like it's normal and different things like that. We looking for the ultimate goal. And that ultimate goal is that transference of power. That ultimate goal is us being back in the state in which we should be, and this place ultimately being destroyed. So, get that real quick.
This is second Ezra 6 and 6. Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other.
So who's ultimately going to end the so-called white man society? The Lord is, man. So there's nothing that you can do whether you want to fucking rally, do this or do that. These Edomites, they cock blocked and ready to roll, man. You know what I'm saying? You see them videos of different places across the country, like Idaho and different shit like that, and how them Edomites, they all lined up on the streets, got their AKs, got this, got that, guy. Like, y'all ain't coming down here with that pro chick. She was out there in them, you know, supremely Edomite fucking states and shit. And she out there with the Black Lives Matter. She protesting by herself. And that you got these other crackers all up in her face and different shit, and then she got punched in her motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Smooth, like, you know what I'm saying? So they show you they willing to go against their own kind of you. You know what I mean? Like, so what are you really going to do up against them, man? And the communities and cities, different things like that. Well, where we at? Jake don't really got no gun permits and different things like that, man. Yeah. It ain't even about the physical warfare, because you don't compare, man. You can do nothing within your power to stand up against these Edomites. So how else are we supposed to be delivered, man? Only the Lord can deliver us, man. You ain't got no tanks. You ain't got enough guns and no ammo, none of that shit, man. What type of revolution you think you gonna have? A bunch of dead nigga revolution, man.
And you know what I'm saying? You only got two heads. You got guys out here that put their faith in their guns. That's stupid. You can have 25 guns. You only got two hands. Yeah, you know. Over this week too, the brother Yashar, he hit me with a message. You don't know how true it is, but they said something about the KKK is ready to start shooting black people.
That's the spirit.
You saw it? You saw that?
Yeah, in Alabama.
Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah. I was just about to mention that too. Yeah, man. Hey, Esau's ready to go. Only thing holding Esau back is the Most High, man. You know, Revelation 7, because if it was up to Esau, he would have been started killing you niggas, man. Like they hung Christopher Columbus statue off of the light post, man. You know, that's who they idolize, man. Especially down there in the South, these different monumental figures of Esau that paved the way for slavery and so forth, man. And now they ripping them down and spray painting them and shit, man. They take that to the heart, man.
It's then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times?
So what shall be the end of this bullshit ass white man's world?
Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he answered unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
That was a sign and a symbol. Go ahead.
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
So the so-called white man, this is the end of his world, and our world is yet to follow, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's a prime example of this, with this, whether I'm saying some are saying it's going to be a movie, some saying it's going to be a series. It says, upcoming show Cracker puts blacks as slave owners and whites as slaves. Right? It says, I'm gonna just read a little bit of the article real quick. A storm of controversy for the premise. What if the roles were reversed in slavery? The movie offers a present day so-called white supremacists who magically thrust back in time to an alternate past where Africans enslaved whites and ruled the land known as America. You know what I'm saying? A synopsis explains, in a world where white privilege, systemic oppression, and minority protest in order to break the chains of bondage runs regular, white supremacist Michael Stone is doing everything he can to maintain his privilege by exercising every opportunity to ensure the America he knows and loves continue to remain pure and, more importantly, remain white. You know what I'm saying? A little more of it states that Cracker doesn't just tackle racism, it confronts it in a way you can't possibly imagine. This unique series forced us as a people, society, and overall collective human unit to look past. It's talking about a bunch of bullshit. But hey, you just like with Django, man. You devils ain't like Django. You know what I mean? That was, they was complaining about Django, right? They ain't like Django. They was scared of that. Edomites was getting up, walking out of the theaters and all of that, man.
That's racist.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How it feel, man? To actually look at that being done unto your people, man. And it says that this movie or this series, they're going to get into, and they got a trailer to it too. They get into, and looking at the trailer briefly, you see Edomites getting raped and ravaged, just how we was getting raped and ravaged. You see Edomites hanging from a tree, man. How is that going to feel when you see that, man? Well, that's your reality. That's coming real soon, you damn devils. When your Howard Shah comes back, man.
Hey, reset. This is Numbers 35 and 33. It says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, For blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
So how was America defiled? By the blood of hundreds of millions of Israelites staining the soils of America. That they put their blood, sweat, and tears to help build up this shitty ass society, only for their blood to be spilled, for their faces to get spit on, for us to get hung from trees, for us to get done dirty in the most unimaginable ways possible, man. You know? So what's the only way that it's going to be cleansed? By you devil's blood, by America getting its ass taxed, man. By them thermonuclear destruction, man. And Yahweh Shah and the angels coming back, man. You know?
Here's another one. Revelations 13:9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Because that's our patience. That is why what patience means the word suffering. That is what we're suffering for. We suffering patiently waiting for what the Lord to release trouble upon those that trouble us. That's you devils primarily, and all the other nations up underneath. Because y'all not exempt from this devil, but it's predominantly going to the so-called white man, because he's the top devil of them all, man. You know? So that recompense is coming swiftly upon the devil's head, man. You know?
Yeah. One more. This is Revelations chapter 18:4. And I heard, well, let's start at 5. As for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled, fill her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she say in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned in fire, for strong is the Lord Yahweh who judged her.
Hey, everything about the hit America like a whirlwind, man. Everything is, you think shit turned upside down. The Lord gonna turn a notch up on you just a little bit more, and just a little bit more. You know what I mean? A juvenile 400 degrees, you're on fire. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? How's it gonna feel when that stove on your ass, Esau? How's it gonna feel your pork pig ass rotisserie on a damn barbecue grill, man? You know? That's what's coming to America and all you Edomites, man. You know?
This is Ezekiel chapter 35 verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, that blood shall pursue thee. If thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Hey, so what? The same thing that you've been after, our heads, our necks, that's going to be right upon you, man. You know? The same thing that built you up within the society is the same thing that's going to tear your ass down, man. That's your pursuance of blood, man. Death and destruction. That's how you came up. That's the same way you're going to go out, man. How they say the bigger they are, the harder, man. The reason that's going to come upon you is going to be something like no other, man. You know?
It says, thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men. In thy hills and in thy valleys and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. And I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. You know?
Yeah, hey, because what it tells us in Isaiah 13, you know what I'm saying? That the Arabians shall pitch tent none there no more. You know what I'm saying? Somebody grab that real quick. Isaiah was 13, like 19 and 20, and read on down a little bit to like 20, 21, 22.
This Isaiah chapter verse 19. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
We already know how that went down. That's your destruction, Esau. That's your destruction. You ain't gotta believe it, but you gonna see it. That's the most important part. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta believe it, but you damn sure gonna see it, man. Yeah.
That's what's gonna make it even better, that you don't believe it, man.
Yeah.
That's I go inside the Most High as a king of terrors, man. This gonna get worse. The brother was explaining it before. It says, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
It shall never be inhabited again. America will never be spoken of in a positive light ever again, man. Ever again. Go ahead.
It says, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell therein, and satires shall dance there.
Exactly. America is going to be a nuclear wasteland. Man. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to, you ain't going to think about when to come over here, man. Edomites going to want to try to escape that 1,000 years of slavery. I'm going to swim to a land, man, never been before. Oh, yeah? You're going to die over that bitch you try to swim over there, man. Before you even think about getting over there, have your ass eaten by sharks and tore the fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember a lesson that elder brother Barack Obama, him and what's his name? Salakia. Nah. And they did a show talking about the nuclear winter. And what happened is, you know, after the nuclear being destroyed, nuclear explosion go off, there's what you call, I think, a nuclear winter, where the radiation lingers within the atmosphere for years. You know, and you know, the scriptures speak about 200 million, all right, missiles, okay, which is really those nuclear warheads. When they bring destruction and desolation to this place, Babylon, you won't be able to have it inhabited this place, man. You know, so for Esau be trying to get back, if they, you know, it won't even be possible in the kingdom. But just say if they did, right, they would die on the land. Yeah. Only the desert creatures will be able to live there, man.
That's why they made the show 100. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure Bugs will be familiar with that. You watch that show 100, how it started off, what they was in space. And then through the unraveling of the show, you get to see why they was in space. Why? Because the world was hit with nuclear destruction. So they couldn't go down there for 100 years. You know what I'm saying? So Esau know what time it is, man. They know what's going to happen. You know, ultimately, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's the rest of the people out here that don't know what's going on.
And that's why they got them underground bunkers. It's been in the works for years, though. You know, it's just not something recent. That's why they got all them underground bunkers, because they think they're going to escape after they come out, or nuclear missiles drop, or missiles drop. Well, you know what I mean? They think they're just going to come back and build. Nah, it ain't going to work like that.
What you're doing is, when you go into these bunkers, Esau's doomsday prepping, and they got these little 6 feet under, 10 feet, whatever how feet they got up under there with their bunkers that could, you know, withstand a nuclear blast. What you're doing is burying yourself, because the amount of explosion and the amount of debris, you know, the reaping, the Lord is going to tear the earth. He's going to reap it. He's going to tear the soils up, man. To the point everything here is going to be nothing but sand, man. You're burying yourself. You know, let alone when the missiles are shot off and it, yeah, the earth is going to rock to and fro. So what that means? That's going to be great earthquakes. You know, you might be down there and an earthquake happens and you just fall even down even more. Yeah, you're going to be buried in that box, man. I got something real quick. This is, God damn. This is Galatians chapter 6, verse 5. For every man shall bear his own burden. Let him that is taught in the word communicates unto him that teacheth in all good things. Be not deceived. Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth unto the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap everlasting. But the point is there is that be not mocked, because be not deceived. Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man sow, that shall he also reap. So you put in, what you put in is what you get out. And Esau put in wickedness, all right? He put in hard bondage slavery, you know, blood. You know, he was never disgusted at blood. He was never guilty, felt guilt. He was never ashamed. You reap what you sow. So in return, you get what you done. You know, you get what you had put out.
Yeah, I got something else. Wait or something.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
This is Malachi chapter 4 verse 1, just proving like your underground bunkers, man, they ain't gonna withhold, bro. This is Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, rightfully so, to you niggas, man. It says, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. See, so it's not going to be root nor branch left here in America after them 200 million missiles hit this place, man. You know?
Yep, this is Amos 9:2. Though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. Who's the Lord's hand? All right, Shai and the prophets, man.
Right.
It says that in Wisdom of Solomon, in the 5th chapter, man. You know, or how he gonna use his creatures for the weapons of his indignation.
Ezekiel 25:12 too.
It says, though they dig into hell, all right, what's going to show you, man, that's another precept to prove that what you think hell is, you know, how can you dig into fire, man? You know, why would you want to dig into fire? I want to show you that hell is just a pit, you're digging into the ground. Thence shall my hand take them, though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid, the scriptures also say, Jeremiah 16:16, man, you're gonna make us hunters.
Hey, Baba Kashak, could you read that again? Though they climb into, you can start from that part.
And though, verse 3, and though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel.
Nah, before that.
Oh, okay, so like, though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them.
Right, though they dig into hell, those underground bunkers, right?
Right. Then shall my hand take them, though they climb up to heaven.
Right, those satellites, that's proven that's the so-called white man. That's the only race on earth that does that, right?
Thence will I bring them down.
Hey, go ahead, bro.
In Carmel, right?
And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search.
That's Edomite trait right there. Mountains, underground bunkers, satellites. Exactly. That fits them. The habitation is high. Fits them perfectly.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's and that cuts. You know, you got a lot of people saying the Edomites are the Arabs. But where's the Arabian space program?
Right.
Exactly.
Doesn't exist, man.
Actually, I found something earlier this week on the Jewish Encyclopedia. It says that Edom is not the Arabs. It says that.
Yeah.
It says, and though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them.
The bottom of the sea, what they got? Submarines and all kinds of crazy stuff down there too.
They got them underground.
Oh man.
Underground.
Also got Leviathan down there.
What you call it? Underwater tunnels. You know, they build so much under the ground that they end up being under the waters. You know, so Leviathan ain't nothing. You could watch that movie Godzilla, the latest movie, where all the different monsters, the different monsters, the three-headed dragon, and then you had Godzilla, then you had another creature. You know, it's a good show to watch on them creatures, man. You know, good movie.
They got the what's the other one called Meg?
Oh, Meg Shark. Yeah.
It says, and though they go into captivity before their enemies, then shall I command the sword, and it shall slay them, and I will set my eyes upon them for evil and not for good.
Anybody else? Sir?
Now, real quick. This is Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 12. We'll be here. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles, and punish the men that are settled on their leads, that say in their heart that Yahweh will not do good, neither will he do evil. You know, and bringing it right back to Jake here, that they think they're in a good case, man. You know, and when they should say peace and safety, destruction is going to come upon them as well. You know, right? Therefore, their goods shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation. They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them. They shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof. You know, and we're coming into that time. You know, and the cherry on top is this right here, verse 14. The great day of Yahweh is near, it is near and hasted greatly, even the voice of the day of Yahweh. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly, right? That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and the alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, and they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against Yahweh, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, and he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. Dot.
Hey, I got one last one. This is 2 Chronicles 36 and 14. Moreover, all the chief of the priests and the people transgressed very much after all the abominations of the heathen, and polluted the house of the Lord Yahweh, which he hath hallowed in Jerusalem. And the Lord Yahweh and the Lord Yahweh of their fathers sent to them by his messengers, rising up bedtimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. He mocked the messages of the Most High and despised his words and misused his prophets, until the wrath of Yahweh arose against his people till there was no remedy.
Yeah, so with that, we hope this segment was edifying. We'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash.
Shalom to the Pops and Elders of Millstone. Shalom to Lek up there. Doing this faith and let the love of truth and Shalom.
Shalom to you brothers on the comment board. Shalom. Bashar, what up? Come through.